So this is our route, and it is Sunday, October 6th, and right about the time we're getting around here is where the hurricane is projected to be like a Category 3 going here. So we're essentially going to be going right through it. So as we got on the ship, I had seen on Facebook projections of the storm, but never comprehending how bad it would get. One of the things you see they've done here is they started stacking all of the deck chairs and strapping them to the railings to get ready for the winds that are coming. So we got a note in our mailboxes outside our room door, and it says, "Dear Carnival Liberty guests, welcome aboard. In partnership with our Fleet Operations Center in Miami, we are actively monitoring Tropical Storm Milton that has developed in the Gulf of Mexico. As everyone's safety is our priority, once we depart today, we will follow a voyage plan that will allow us to stay a safe distance away from the storm. We will continue to monitor the weather and provide you with timely updates if it becomes necessary to make changes to our itinerary. If we happen to encounter adverse weather, winds or waves may cause added movement of the ship. Our highly trained and experienced officers and I will do everything possible to minimize any discomfort. For everyone's safety, please take extra precaution while walking around the ship and use handrails when possible." So yeah, it's a little bit daunting to get this message set, because of course when you book a cruise in the month of October, it's to be expected that you could get some rough weather. So I came prepared. We have things to help with the seasickness. So we have like the little stickers. I don't know if you can see that. I have one that's behind my ear. I just bought them on Amazon. They are these little patches. And then we have the sea bands that you wear on your wrists. You can see that. So we're going to be between this and this. And also we are on deck 1 in the middle of the ship. So purposely did that to have the least amount of movement. So now we just don't know, is this going to change our ports? We're supposed to go to Belize, Roatan, and Cozumel. So is that going to switch up to be something different? Are we not going to get to do any ports? Or are we going to, I just don't know. I just don't know what all is going to happen. But either way, we'll just have fun on the ship. We're just going to make the best of it. So on Monday morning, I woke up and definitely wanted to go outside and check to see how the weather was. It was not near as bad as what I anticipated. It had rained. You could definitely see with the swimming pool, the rocking back and forth of the ship. I woke up with a horrible headache, just pounding. And I assume it's just from the barometric pressure from the hurricane, knowing that it's just a few hundred miles at a Category 5 at the time that you're seeing these photos. Just really shocking to be out in the middle of the Gulf Coast knowing there is such a huge, devastating storm coming for Florida. But thankfully we have a great captain. He kept us ahead of the storm and racing to get to our port ahead of the storm. So I'm very thankful for that. So now the hurricane is going right through here. So walking with the swells like this makes you just feel like you're a drunk person trying to get to your room, because you just keep running into walls.
At the moment we are 300 nautical miles away from Milton, and we will continue to keep a good distance and monitor its progress closely. As you are aware, your safety is our top priority, and we are committed to take all necessary precautions to protect all of you.
The captain came over the overhead speakers to let us know for the most part we were in the clear for our sailing, and they kept us up to date with information on the big movie screen above the outdoor pool area. So that was reassuring to have that information. So I'm back in the cabin. It is what is today? Monday in the evening. So how it's been with the hurricane is this morning when I woke up, I had a horrible headache and took Tylenol, and it's just, the headache has stayed with me all day. So I'm pretty sure it's from the hurricane. The pressure, I guess. I feel like I wish I could just drill a hole in my head right here and just tilt my head and let it drain out. But it's not horrible, and I've not been nauseous. So I've been wearing these C-bands all day, and then I have the sticker behind my ear. My son has been sleeping a lot today, and I guess that's how he's dealing with it. But overall, it's not been too bad. It's a lot like you're walking around like you're drunk on the ship, and had a few things kind of like fall over that were sitting on the counter, but it's just not really bad. I've met a few people on the ship who said they've been struggling with being nauseous, and we have a Facebook group, so everyone's been really good about sharing what they have. They have like the seasickness patches or getting the green apples for people and delivering them to their rooms. So I feel like there's just a great group of people. We've been trying to help each other out. And as you can see, I can't even stand still because the boat is still swaying. So from what I understand, because I haven't had internet all day, and so I finally got on the internet to see kind of like where our ship is. So our captain decided to do like all steam ahead and be in front of the hurricane. So I think that was a great plan, and as what I can tell now, we're not going to literally get hit by this hurricane or get the really bad bands from it. So I do see from now finally getting to get on Facebook that it's a category 5, and I cannot believe that we are within however many miles we are from a category 5 hurricane in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. That is wild to me. You know, who would ever think? We've planned this trip 9 months ago, and this was never a thought on my mind that could happen. And Carnival put on their website that there are 3 other ships that I think were supposed to port in Cozumel. Maybe it was tomorrow, so that they've had to close the port, so that's not going to happen. We still have another sea day tomorrow, so our first port is Roatan on Wednesday. So right now we are listed on the website as that we're being watched closely to see if that's going to be affected, and if it is, that's fine. We're just glad that we're all safe, and for the most part we're all doing well, and have our thoughts out for those that are going to get hit by this hurricane. Hopefully the strength of it lessens by the time that it has a landfall. But you know what? I tried to do this cruise without having internet because I thought, I work a very stressful job. I wanted to unplug this week. I was not going to have internet. And now I can't. I was like, no, I went all day without not knowing any news. And my son has internet on his phone, so he took a nap. So then I logged in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, seeing all this on Facebook. I have friends who live in Florida, and they're evacuating, and it's like, oh, this is too much. I'm gonna bite the bullet, and I'm gonna get the internet, because now I have to follow with what everything's going to happen, and stay in the know. So that's our update now. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.